Hey guys, welcome back. We're doing another OBS tutorial today. This is just OBS done my way. I wanted to show you guys the settings that I'm using to record what you've seen so far on my channel, and the same settings that I'm using when I'm streaming, of course. Now, there's somebody that asked for this specifically, so this is for VR mainframe gaming. I hope this helps you. What we're going to do here is we're just going to go over the exact settings that I'm using. I'm going to explain what I know the best that I can. I'm not an expert at this, but so far I'm pretty happy with the results that I've gotten. And so again, I'm not going to be completely accurate. I might butcher a word here or there, but this is what has caused me to get some good looking quality footage, I think. So right at the gate, let's start in the settings over here on the right hand side. And then we're going to go down into, not stream, but we're going to go into output. Okay, so video bitrate. This is for streaming. So you want to make sure that you're not going over your upload. So for example, your upload speed is 3 megs. You want to make sure you're not, putting that at 4, megs like you can see mine at right here. You want to make sure that that's going to be maybe even half a meg under your maximum upload. That way you're not, throttling your upload or anything like that. Also, if you put it too high, people on mobile devices or with poor internet connections won't be able to see your footage. So there's like this fine line that you're playing on, that it's a cross between image quality and performance for the viewer, if that makes sense. So I used to, be down around 2,000 megs, 2 megs a second. But now I've upped it to 4,000. It's just the image quality wasn't good. So anybody that doesn't have a good internet connection, I'm kind of basically just saying, sorry, I really want to broadcast this in HD. You're out of luck. Get a better internet. So right now I'm setting mine to 4,000. I could actually up that a little bit because I have actually a 5 meg upload out here. But 4 I think is a good sweet spot without going too high up. Now when you get into the encoder right there where it says software, that is going to be using your CPU. And then hardware, which says NVENC, that's going to be using your graphics card. So you can kind of experiment with those two different settings, see what's best for you. From what I've seen and a couple of friends, they get the best results from just leaving it on software. But something to experiment with. The audio bitrate, I leave mine at 128. Some people have theirs higher. You could do a little bit lower, but I kind of think that's a sweet spot. So if you're not getting the performance you like, also something to experiment with dropping. Now for recording, you can of course, change where your recording path is. And then this is a huge thing right here, the recording quality. It says high quality, medium file size. Now the other options you have is same as stream, indistinguishable quality, large file size, and lossless quality, tremendously large file size. Now indistinguishable and tremendous, in my opinion, those two are complete overkill. The file sizes are so big that you're just going to spend all your time uploading the videos. You need a lot of space. I don't know. You can experiment with those if you like, but I think the best results are going to come from high quality, medium file size. You can, of course, change to recording format. I haven't seen that changes anything. And then again, the encoder, same thing. You can either use software or you can use the hardware, your graphics card. Those settings is what I'm using on pretty much everything. I hardly ever change them. Maybe if the game gets more visually intensive, I might mess around with something, but I haven't gotten to the point yet where I need to change them. Now this is based off of an i7-6700 and also has I have a 9800 Ti Zotac Extreme amp and 16 gigs of RAM. So right over here in video, I can't change anything right now because I'm actually recording a video, but your base resolution is what your base resolution is. And then the output scaled resolution is what you want to take what you're playing at and scale it down to. So for example, I want to make sure that all my videos are 1080p, so I have to put 1920 by 1080. If that's too much for you, you can scale it back to 720p, 1280 by 720p, and that might help. Now the downscale filter, that's a huge thing right there as well. So I've got mine set, the highest that will go up to 32 samples. If that's, again, and if it's not running very well, you drop it down to 16 and that will help it a lot more. Mind you, the difference between those visually, that was the big deal breaker right there, was on the downscale filter. That was the make it or break it on the image quality. And then I also have my FPS set for 60. Again, if you're not getting the performance you like, you can try dropping those down. But these really are the basic settings that I'm using. One thing also to mention, if you're using a webcam, you might want to, for example, pay attention, go into the properties on the webcam, where it says resolution and FPS type. You could always drop that down. So I've got mine set to custom. So there's no real reason broadcasting your image in the bottom right hand corner at 1080p. It's just taking up processing power. You could drop your webcam down to 720p or 800 by 600, which is what I'm using right now. And I think that looks more than good. And in fact, that might even be too high. So something else that you can try experimenting with. Again, this isn't really like an extended video or anything like that. I really think this is a simple program to use once you figure out the settings to mess with. And really, I don't know what else I could show you that would help you anymore. So I hope this does help. If it does, please let me know. Leave me a like, leave me a sub. If you want to support the channel, you can just do that by bookmarking my Amazon link, and just let me know what you think in the comments. Thanks for taking the time to watch this, and VR Mainframe, hope this helped. Good luck on your videos, man.